The use of electronic weapons such as stun guns or tasers is under scrutiny from some members of the state legislature.
Lawmakers want to focus on how city police departments train to use those devices. CBS 2 News reporter Jason Hackett spoke to the Cedar Rapids Police Department about how they prepare their officers. Jason.
Tiffany and Scott, here are some numbers for you guys. The Cedar Rapids Police Department received 132,000 calls for service in 2013. And out of all those calls they responded to, 29 of them, a taser was deployed. Now they say that's a low number, but they still take the training and the use of their tasers very seriously. It only lasts as long as it takes me to finish this sentence, but it gets the job done.
If you're on the receiving end, it's the longest 5 seconds of your life.
And CRPD says the taser, a type of electronic weapon, is one of the most useful tools in the fight against crime.
When you're taking somebody into custody with a taser, there is a less chance of injury to the officer and to the suspect.
And yes, it's easy enough for even me to pick it up and shoot. Stop resisting.
Taser, taser, taser.
Taser, taser, taser. But it's one thing to know how to pull the trigger. Knowing how to actually use the taser is another story. First, you have the where.
The back, the buttocks, or the back of the thigh, because that's where you've got a lot of your muscle mass.
And then there's the why. Countless videos on YouTube show officers nationwide using stun guns, some in situations considered controversial.
Get ready to get tased. For what?
State lawmakers are pushing for standardized training for officers using tasers, outlining what situations it should be deployed. CRPD instructors say in addition to a 4-hour initial training on the tasers, officers are required to undergo additional training at least once a year.
And we'll set up some scenarios and have the officers work through that.
From dealing with a traffic stop to approaching an intoxicated person, communicating with the suspect is preferred, but sometimes that's not enough.
The person could be combative, could be argumentative, and then the officer has to handle that.
CRPD says they would accept new standards. It could help smaller rural departments that conduct less training, but still,
most police departments are going to have a good policy on use of force.
Now, we actually found out that police are getting ready to gather here at CRPD in about an hour for one of those training sessions. The group Amnesty International says since 2001, there have been more than 500 taser-related deaths across the country. Police tell us that those deaths are not necessarily because of the taser directly. They say problems occur with people that are on drugs or have medical issues. Meanwhile, that bill for electronic weapon use is currently moving through the Iowa Senate. We're covering the corridor tonight in Cedar Rapids. Jason Hackett, CBS 2 News, 10 at 10.